my name is Brad Chase, and I'm the founder of Autopitch.com. I started that website kind of in response to the last car buying process that I went through. Me and the wife are just recently married, and we wanted to start a family. So we previously had a Mini Cooper, and she informed me that that wouldn't work for a family, which was okay. So she wanted to get more of a family car, so I opted for a minivan. I just wanted to go straight into it, just 100% committed to the family, and she said no. So we ended up with an SUV, which I call a manavan. It's like a minivan. It's got third row seating, but it's much more manly. So we went with the manavan, and what I ended up doing is I took a few weeks and I compiled a list of about 20 or 30 people that had the vehicle that I wanted, and I went through the list and I contacted all the people and I said, you know, hey, you guys have this car that I want and I'm willing to fly to come get it. So I'm contacting 20 or 30 people and the best price wins. So I got 3 to 5 serious offers back, and I ended up purchasing the car from Honda of Seattle, and it was a great experience, and I got a great deal and a great car out of it. So on my drive home I thought, you know, there needs to be a website that helps people do this. So that's kind of where I came up with Autopitch.com. I would say just being in business for 15 years. I started when I was 16 years old back in '96, and you know, in that time I went to college and I played football at Boise State, and it's just that was a challenging process with managing time. So just kind of, you know, staying in business and keeping up to date with things through all that was a pretty challenging time, I would say. So I think what has tripped me up along the way is just keeping up with all the changes. Back in '96, when I started, it was really about trading links with other websites. So to find helpful websites, people would just click on links basically to find what they needed. And that kind of changed in when Google came on the scene. And Google has been around since '98, '99, and they really started to pick up steam kind of in 2000. And you know, with those changes, you know, link trading stopped working, and people stopped clicking links. So then it kind of became a challenge of, okay, how do I connect with consumers on Google? And so that was a challenge that, you know, I had to overcome and figure out and learn about. And that process never really ends. I mean, you know, YouTube was launched, Facebook was launched, Twitter was launched. All these sites that people use on a daily basis to connect with friends and family. So I would say probably anything to do with crowdsourcing is the most useful. A site like 99 Designs kind of came on the scenes here in 2007, and that site kind of helps people with website design and logos, and with that you get great results because people are competing for your business. So you can go post a logo design or a website design, and you know, people from all over the world will come compete for your business. And that's kind of where we draw a little bit of inspiration with Autopitch.com. You know, posting the vehicle you want, and then having people all over the nation that have that vehicle can come present their offers to you. I think the abyss that we're facing right now with Autopitch is really just connecting with consumers. There's already so many good resources out there, Edmunds.com, Autotrader.com, Cars.com, all these sites out there right now that help car buyers, you know, with the car buying process. So really just letting consumers know that there's an alternative and there's something else they can use to buy a car is really the challenge and the abyss we're kind of facing right now. I would say, you know, the same thing that inspires really any other entrepreneur, and that's just solving problems. You know, you see a problem out there and you want to solve it, and I guess that's really any man. You know, men are problem solvers, so Not saying that a woman isn't a good entrepreneur, but I would say what inspires me to keep going is probably just solving problems. So that's what we did with Autopitch, is just solve some pain that people have with the car buying process. I draw a lot of my inspiration from Jesus Christ. I'm kind of a pretty devoted guy to my faith. I'm a Catholic, and there's a lot of great stories in the Bible, and a lot of different inspiration I can draw on from the church, and it really keeps me going on a daily basis and keeps me centered in the right place, so I can do well in the other things that I try to do on a daily basis. And I also draw inspiration from stories of other successful people. One story I really like is the story of the best damn ship in the Navy, and there's a commander that ran this ship in the Navy, and they actually wrote a book on it, and it's called It's Your Ship. And just took some, challenged the status quo, and really took some creative ways to solve problems in the Navy that weren't seen before. And I think I really look up to people like that can, challenge what's going on and find different ways to solve problems that are better. And then I also, draw inspiration from people who've been very persistent to succeed. I'm a football guy, and Rudy Rudiger is a famous Notre Dame football player who basically just used persistence to get on the field, even though he was not the greatest athlete, and he was able to get on the field, and it's a pretty inspirational story. So that's kind of, I draw inspirations from sources like that. So.